everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video about things that I wasn't expecting to happen, or just things that I wasn't expecting in general in my first trimester. I am currently 23 weeks pregnant, so I'm pretty well into my second trimester. I've wanted to do this video for a while. It's just taken me some time now to get it up, because I had some other videos I wanted to do, and I'm just not very good at getting videos up because the recording them part is the easy part. It's just for me, I have a MacBook, and iMovie just does not work very well on mine, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just a problem with my computer or what, but it just doesn't work very well. Anywho, back to the point of this video. Like I said, I'm going to do things that I was not expecting in my first trimester video. I think I have 8 things I wrote down. I got it all right here so that I don't forget anything. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so number 1. The very first thing I was not expecting in my first trimester was to be so tired. Literally, I did not do anything except for work, eat, kind of, I'll get to that later, and sleep. Like, that's all I did. I would get home from work and I would just sleep. And that's literally it. I was seriously so exhausted the whole time, and I did not expect that to happen literally right away. Number 2 is my skin and my hair changes. I knew that things were going to change, but I didn't expect it to be so drastic right away. For me, I was never the type of person who had breakouts like zits and pimples and stuff like that. The only time I would really break out is like the week before or the week of my period, and I would get like 1 or 2. But since I've been pregnant, I have just been breaking out non-stop the whole time, and I don't know if it's because I'm having a girl. I know they say that girls kind of take away from your appearance like that, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I've just been breaking out so bad. Along with that, my hair changes. Not so much anymore, but right away, like in the first trimester, my hair was like really greasy all the time. And again, for me, I was never the person to have hair like that. I used to be able to go days without washing it, and I never had any problems. But in my first trimester, I had to wash it every single day. Sometimes I wanted to twice a day because it just looked so bad. But I knew that that's not good for your hair, and that's not really a way to take care of it. So I stopped myself from washing my hair twice a day like I wanted to. But as the weeks went on, it got better, and I don't have that problem anymore. And now that I'm well into my second trimester, I really don't have that problem. So I'm so happy for my hair to be back to normal. So number 3, this one might be a little TMI, I guess, for some people, but I mean, if you're watching a pregnancy video, then I think you should be expecting a little bit of TMI, because everything about pregnancy is TMI. So number 3 is the changes in my breast. I didn't expect them to change. I knew that they were going to change. Obviously, pregnancy, your breasts are going to change, but I did not expect it to happen right away in my first trimester. Mine grew like crazy. Like, they went up, I don't even know how many cup sizes, at least 1, maybe 2. Literally right away. Like, I was trying to find new bras right away because mine were so uncomfortable. They were tight. I'd take them off and you could see marks from where they were sitting and where they were too tight, and it just hurt. It did not feel comfortable. It was not something I wanted to do every day. So I went out and I got some new bras right away. Along with that, they just grew so fast, which made them like itchy because my skin was stretching. So it was another really uncomfortable feeling was for my boobs to be itchy all the time. Like I said, it was just uncomfortable. It was just a weird feeling. So I know I'm going to have more breast changes as my pregnancy goes on, but I'm glad that they have reached a point where they're not really growing anymore, and hopefully it stays that way. And number 4 is about food. I wasn't expecting to not really be hungry like I was or like I wasn't. I don't know. But I wasn't really expecting to not be hungry like that. Food just didn't really sound good to me. I didn't have any cravings. Food aversions for me were really big at that time. I would be hungry, but nothing sounded good to eat, so it made it really hard to eat because, I mean, if something doesn't sound good, you're not going to want to eat it. So I would just have to make myself eat something. Number 5 is I didn't really feel like I was pregnant. Obviously, in the first trimester, I didn't really have a bump. I wasn't showing. Not many people knew that I was pregnant, and obviously at that point I couldn't feel any movement. So I really had no indicator, nothing telling me I was pregnant other than my ultrasound, which was just this tiny little, I don't even know what you would call it at that point. So that, I mean, kind of showed that there was something in there. And then obviously my pregnancy test that said pregnant on it. But other than that, I didn't really feel like I was pregnant. I don't think it's really until you get into your second trimester or you really start to show that you start to feel like you're pregnant. But, I mean, for me at least, but now that I'm into my second trimester, I definitely feel and look like I'm pregnant. Number 6 was that I didn't throw up. Like, I didn't have morning sickness. Everyone, you hear all over the place, everyone talking about how you're going to have awful morning sickness in your first trimester. They make it sound like it's just something that happens to everyone. But for me, I didn't have that. I felt like I was sick a lot of the times. Like, I felt nauseous and I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel good. So for me, I guess that's what you would call my morning sickness. But as far as throwing up, if you watch my pregnancy updates, my weekly updates, which aren't very weekly, if you watch those, then you know that I've thrown up a few times. But other than that, I wouldn't really call it morning sickness. So that was something I really wasn't expecting. Like, I was ready to just be throwing up all the time, every morning, just awful, but no, that didn't happen. Number 7 was that I wasn't really able to work out. I mean, I could, I didn't have any actual medical reasons stopping me from working out, but I just had no energy at all. I never felt like getting up off the couch unless I was working. I never wanted to do anything. So for me, working out was not at the top of my list as it used to be. Before I was pregnant, I used to work out almost every single day. And it was just something that Brandon and I would just go do. We knew it was going to happen. But after I got pregnant, I just couldn't do it. Between not having energy and just feeling nauseous, it just wasn't ever a good mix for me. There was a few times that I went, and as I was there, I just started to not feel good, or I just really wasn't into it. And if you work out, then you know that if you're not really into it, not really in the zone, I guess, then you're going to have an awful workout, and there's just really no point in being there. So I just didn't do it. Before, I would lift heavy weights. Heavy weights for my size. I would do longer, more intense workouts, and now I'm just not risking it. And number 8 is they talk about all these cravings that you're going to have, how you're going to want pickles and ice cream and all these like weird things, and I have not had that still to this day. Every once in a while I'll get a pretty strong craving, like I want this or I want this, and I'll eat it and then that's it. It's not like it's something that's like consistent that I want all the time, other than I've had a few cravings here and there, but other than that, no like strong weird cravings like that. So those were my top 8 things that I was not expecting in my first trimester. Obviously every pregnancy is different, so these could be different for you. They could happen to you, they could not happen to you. Who knows? Everyone's pregnancy and everyone's body is different, but for me, this was the biggest things that stood out to me. So if you have anything that you would like to add, or if these were the same for you, then comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.